Our next guest is Queen McKnight. She's the CEO of Queen's Energy Conservation, and a young lady we met not too long ago who just was so impressive, and made connect with Sasha YouthWorks as well. But Ballou grad, it had so much great things to say. Welcome to the show, Queen.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Yeah, tell us now. Um, you know, you own a business, you own your own company, you're dealing with it's Queen's Energy Conservation. How did this come about?
Okay. Well, I actually started in the industry as an electrician, and I saw the need for system integration to better assist clients with ultimately saving money and sustaining life, sustaining the world that we live in. So integrating these systems and using innovative technologies can help pretty much change the trajectory of the business, the customers, everyone that's involved in the world in which we live today.
Queen, you're in a business or profession where there are not a lot of women. And so I'd love to hear that story as well. I mean, what inspired you to get into this whole area of energy conservation, and to start your own company? Who are you looking at, or what was your inspiration?
So my inspiration actually was being a young mother. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest here. When I started in the industry, there was a phenomenal opportunity that the government put out for local area residents. I joined a program that put me in the electrical industry, and ultimately, probably about 7 years in, I just really saw the need to start integrating multiple systems, like getting in front of quality control and assurance showed me across the span now how, hey, if we start tying these systems together, this one can monitor that one, and it's going to save everyone money. And on top of saving everyone money, it's going to help the system live longer. It's going to have a longer lifespan. It's also going to create a better world. It's going to sustain the world that we live in. So we need to tie these systems together. Everyone's all individualized and broken out into their respective work. Where if you span across and tie everything together, then it can actually, the integration is just phenomenal. I mean,
So
down
what is
to,
it? What do you, yeah, you were getting ready to say that. That's what I was
yes,
going to ask
down
you. Okay,
to,
let's talk about the systems that you work
yes,
in or want to integrate.
yes, yes.
Mhm.
So we're talking about I'm talking about the actual building systems. So the electrical and the mechanical systems inside of the building, that's a lot more technical, but also the engagement of your stakeholders. So your client engagement with your subcontractors. So it's across the band. It's like communication efforts. In those communication efforts, as the general contractor, is to now bring all of those puzzle pieces together and make a phenomenal image.
Mhm.
There's a lot of folks involved when it comes to the construction industry, from the government side of things where you're doing your permit pulling and everything, down to the inspector that's coming out to inspect the project once it's done. But if from the beginning of the project, even with the developers now, you're getting the voice of the clients pretty much integrated across the board to change the trajectory of your end result. So your actual building systems get integrated, but it's also just communication efforts.
But walk me
And sh-
through this. Let's say, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but walk me through this from the consumer standpoint, or the business owner, or the, like you said, the individual who needs to, bring these systems in because they're trying to do whatever. I mean, give me an example of what you're saying, and it may be a project that you worked on.
yes. So I'll
Hmm.
give you a great example here. Um, a grocery store. Most recently, we were working with a grocery store. Now, this grocery store needed to have, they actually they did not pass their previous inspections for some ADA compliance. So this was a compliance issue. So a different contractor was in there and they did some work. Now it did not pass the inspections where it's like, okay, we need to get someone in here. We need to pass these inspections because the ultimately the prime contractor is there to deliver to the customer a good job that's passed inspections and turnkey ready to go. Go on in that grocery store and get it, let everyone get their food and get on out of here. However, not bridging that gap, right? Now there's a need to come back in and redo what was already done. Okay. Now, if in this industry, like I said, there's several layers and things of the sort where you have your tiers and stuff like that. But what's important to understand is, okay, your client comes to you and ultimately it's to save money. Hey, or something's not working. Hey, this isn't working. I need it fixed. Or hey, this bill is ridiculous. I need to get this cost lowered. So now this is your customer. Now you as the business owner need to come up with ways now to save this money. Now you can easily say, "Oh, well, we can change this light in this grocery store and make your costs lower," right? Or you can go that extra mile and say, "Let me see how much usage you're utilizing. Let me take this a step further now. Not just, oh, it's this one light that needs to be changed out. We're going to go a step further. We're going to analyze what it is that you have in front of you
Right.
to
I kind of get all that. And I guess what I'm asking is, if a person has a need, why would they call your company? What is it that you're going to do? If whether it's an electrical issue, whether it's
plumbing
or
yes,
what,
yes.
plumbing, or like you said, access, for people who maybe um, need additional access or additional assistance. What does your company do? Why would they call Queen's Energy Conservation?
Yes, because we are a vertically integrated firm. So what we do is we bring all of our stakeholders together. It's not this contract is for plumbing and you this is the plumbing piece, so you only focus on the plumbing.
So
No,
do
if
you
you're
work with
working
plumbers?
Yes, we work
Okay.
with plumbers, mechanical, concrete, and if the plumbing is going in the same wall as the electrical and the same wall as the insulation, then we all need to come together and plan this out so it's turnkey for the client. And in that, we're implementing strategies where now at the end of the day, the client is going to save money.
Hmm.
So rather
Well,
that's
that's everybody wants, like you said, everybody wants to save money, but they also want. I mean, is it money, or do they want a great job done? And so that's the thing that they. Now, does your company have? You know, are you? What do you call it? Yeah, licensed? Are you all a part of the district government? I can't think of the term.
Yes, yes.
With
We
LSDBE, are you certified
yes.
business? Okay.
Yes, we are
Yes.
a certified business enterprise. We're also federally registered to work in various states throughout the nation. So definitely certified, registered, and working with government clients, commercial clients, and residential clients alike. We
Mhm.
also offer some STEM training as well. So I'm
Mhm.
definitely going to be connecting with Sasha Bruce
Dr.
here.
Bruce, good, good. I mean, and when your company's based in DC?
Yes, Ward 8. We
Okay.
are out of Ward 8. Um, Full service general contracting company, vertically integrated firm. We specialize in, again, commercial, residential, and industrial construction. And with that, we're working on getting more into the training, because it's so imperative that the younger generations understand the importance of energy conservation, that is
Mhm.
understood that not only tying systems, but building networks within your network can strengthen the community for the customers. So that's what's very important to understand as well. So
So for
training.
young people that are looking, I know yourself, you're Blue High School graduate, a class of what?
2009. I
All right.
am a graduate of Ballou Senior High School. Yes, a proud, proud, proud graduate.
Wonderful, wonderful. And so, how can people contact you, and what kind of training do you provide?
Yes, so they can reach out through the website or through any of our social media handles, which is, I believe, on the screen here.
Right, we have
So,
there. Mhm.
yes, yes. So you can go to the website. There's a contact us form there. We have a lot of community engagement, things of the sort. We have some blocks adopted throughout the city and stuff. So if you have some community outreach efforts, if you want some education training, we offer certification training as well. So we have some OSHA, if you need some occupational safety and health credentials and or fall protection. So there's a variation of trainings that we have, but we also can come in into a classroom setting and do some hands-on projects to show, hey, on a smaller scale, right, you can conserve. And then as you grow older, right, or if you're already older, because we're working right now on getting into the some of the federal like prison systems and with some of the returning citizens to also show that hey, there's a lot that can be done in this industry, and it's never too late to start. I mean, never.
One of the big challenges that particularly small and minority-owned businesses have in the area, one, we know there's a need. People are looking for jobs, and we want to provide those jobs to them. But it's also getting contracts ourselves. So, can you speak to those as it relates to Queen's energy conservation? Do you have employment opportunities available? And how successful have you been in getting government contracts?
Now that is something um that's hard. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or anything of the sort. However, once you're able to build that past performance, then it becomes a lot easier. So
Hmm.
networking, networking, networking. I encourage everyone to go to these networking events that's in the district. You know, go out and meet people. I mean, I met Miss Barnes at a wonderful, awesome marketing event. I was there to learn some marketing strategies and I actually networked, and here we are today. So
Hmm.
it's very, very important to go out there, ask questions, and make sure that your voice is heard. Make sure that your voice is heard and that once given that opportunity, you dribble that ball.
I hear you. And what about employment? I mean, what is your are you hiring, or do you need people with certain skills, or how are you building your base?
Yes, yes, yes. So definitely we are always taking applications because in this construction industry, it can get very, very fast tracked depending on what contracts are coming up. However, it's an industry where, as mentioned, it's not easy. It's several layers. So you have to wait for funding. You may have several things before it's time to start that work.
Hmm.
So it's just important. I suggest you visit our website and put in an application, and someone will definitely be in touch for interview and everything of the sort, but there's always opportunities available depending on the demand of the work.
Last question, and I'm just curious, because you are. I'm proud of you as a young person, a younger person, and have well, at least you look young. I don't know, you could, your looks could be deceiving, but but I would assume that you are. And I mean, as a little girl, when you were thinking about what you wanted to be when you grew up, did it look anything like this?
Now I don't know if this is appropriate or not, but God is good because as a little girl wanting to grow up, I knew I wanted to be a doctor.
Okay.
I wanted to be a doctor. And the reason why I wanted to be a doctor was because I wanted to sustain lives. But God saw different. God saw me as a conduit. And in that, I've just assisted others in sustaining their own life, sustaining the lives around them, sustaining the world that we live in. And to me, that is like the PhD of them all. So,
Great answer. Great answer. Well, Queen, I want to thank you very much for being with us. Again, we're going to put the website up one more time in case folks want to reach out to you, either for opportunities, or if they're looking for employment opportunities as well. Thank you for helping to keep the earth going as we
Thank
celebrate Earth Day coming up, and we're going to acknowledge this the whole month. So we appreciate what you're doing to contribute to our Earth.
thank you so much. Thank you for having me here today, and everyone have a great afternoon.
All right, you take care.
All righty.
Where do you